Hello there. It's Friday afternoon and it's 2:30. I'm in the College Valley, the Happy Valley, and I'm going to have a walk right down to the end and explore the Hen Hole and hopefully a bivy. That's my plans for today. I didn't bother with a permit because I haven't walked the valley for a long time, so I'm going to see how long it takes. Just have a gentle stroll. I've got my rucksack on, 14.5 kilos. When I got 2 litres of water, I've brought my filter because there's plenty of water down here. I had originally planned a 2-night camp, but it's just going to be today and a long walk back tomorrow because I don't know what I've done, put my right knees in agony. That's why I'm doing a flat valley walk. I'll worry about the Hen Hole and climbing up there when I get there. Put my right knee on the inside. If I touch it, it's blooming painful. If I bend it, it's painful. And if I twist it, it's painful. I must have pulled it somehow. But we'll see how it goes. So we're just starting up the valley now. It's 23 degrees. It's really warm, quite humid. I bet if I was out in the sun, the wind, it would probably cause some chill. The views are really beautiful along here. Fabulous. I mean, everywhere you look, there's just a rolling hill. It really is nice. There's loads of nice streams to look at on this walk. Everywhere you look, there's water. It's really nice. On the walk in, I'll just take a couple of videos. It's just so it gives you an idea of the views and how nice it is. Just some more of the views. Really is a beautiful day. You can see by the scale of it how amazing it is. There's Bizzle Crag in the distance. It really is amazing. I've got about 1.5 miles left to the end of the valley. About 1.5 miles. It's hard work in this heat. It's very humid as well. Oh. I've got a tent and a bivy tonight, so I don't know what I'm going to use. I think it'll be just a sleeping bag at this rate. Right, we've just arrived at Mounthooly Hostel. There it is. Just a bit further on now, and then the valley starts proper. This is just past Mounthooly. They keep the path maintained here. It's a nice grassy path for a bit. It's a beautiful walk. I mean, it's just coming up to 4 o'clock now. It's been a hard graft in this heat with the rucksack up and down the hills on the road. Can you imagine how hard it would have been on the top? Going over, if I'd have come from the other side, my normal way, the Heart Hope Valley, I would have come over Scold Hill in the Cheviot to get to the Hen Hole. That would have been really hard today in the heat. So at least this way has been a pleasant change. Just a little hedgehog on the path. Have a look at him and we'll leave him in peace. There's his face. Can you see his face? Yeah. We'll leave him in peace. Here we are at the end of the valley now. The Hen Hole round the corner. You realise just how big these hills are when you're standing here. Loads of cows over there, but they should be alright. Come round. What a fabulous walk in. It's been hard, mind. What's the time now? It's 10 past 4. 10 past 4. I'm just at the end. There we are, now we're at the end of the valley. It's like something out of The Lost World, one of the films. It's just this big round bowl amongst the hills left from the Ice Age. I'll just spin round so we can have a bit of a view. There's lots of cows in the distance. I hope they don't give me any hassle, but I can always deviate a little bit. Right, I'm in the start of the college burn now. I had to come right across the stream and pick myself over the side of the hill. There was only young cows and they all come to investigate. I thought, God, I'm not having that. There's some lovely deep pools you could have a dip in. Look at that one down there. That's about 8 foot across, 6 foot wide, a couple of foot deep. I'm just enjoying this nice flat bit now before the strenuous bit starts. Might as well enjoy it. The waterfalls are just here. Another nice waterfall coming into view in a minute. We have a look just over here now. There we go. As you walk up the stream, some of the pools are lovely and deep. You could just have a nice dip, but the water's still cold. But if you were desperate, it'd be nice to have a nice fresh dip. The sound of the water in this heat is just amazing. Here we come now. Wow, look at this. Is that the business or what? Hey, nice pool there. Beautiful. Let's have a closer look. Look at this. There's a nice little deep pool. Lovely. That's a really deep pool, this one. Really deep. Wow, the wind is really getting up now. I just love looking in these deep pools. How nice to see this. Wind is really coming on now, really strong. The pools are getting better and better now. Really nice. Let's have a look up towards the top and then we'll spin round and look at the way we've come. I'll have no problems getting fresh water tonight. It's lovely and clear, this water. Beautiful. I think there's another big deep pool here. Yep. When you look back, the views really are amazing. This last little bit now, it's quite pleasant now, but it soon starts to get steep up ahead, especially if I want to climb up the side. If you look down here, there's a lovely deep pool and there's a lovely flat bit of grass here. It's ideal for a bivy. I've even had a tent there in the past. It really is a nice spot for a camp, and you've got the sound of the waterfall as well, so it really is quite nice. Here we are now, up in the top bowl, the start of the top bowl. It's just like the one at the bottom. It's like something carved out in the Ice Age. It gets a bit steep up ahead. I don't know whether I'm going to climb it and have a bivvy on the top, or go back down to that spot next to the pool. I haven't made my mind up yet, but the views are amazing. Here we are now at the fork. If we go up that way, it's to the border ridge. And if we go up the other way, we can go up to Braydon Crag. I haven't made my mind up, but it's steep, whichever way I go. But I'm going to top up my water first. The deer barking now. I'm a little over halfway up now, and if we look to the right towards the border ridge, there's the start of the college burn. Good flow of water coming down. And I'm just going straight up this way because I want to make my way over the top of there to Braydon Crag. There's the deer over there. He's eating the blueberries. I've just had a few mouthfuls myself. It might help me with this slog up. It really is turning into a hard climb, this one. Welcome to the Cheviot. Always windy. The ground on the top here is very spongy. At least it's a bit more grassy than up by the Cheviot, but it's very unforgiving. It's just all soggy. Well, here I am. I'm just sat at Braydon Crags, and there's the view up the valley where I came from. Well, it's just my normal bivy setup. My op kit, hunker bivy, rab sleeping bag, mat inside, DD magic carpet. And would you believe it? I found this plate of metal up here. I'll use that for me cooking. It must be off one of the planes because there's an abundance of wreckage about. Well, here's the crags. We'll just have a look up towards them. We'll have a look round in a couple of minutes. Well, here we are. I'm on the top of the crags, just looking around. The wind is absolutely ferocious. I'm having to do the voiceover because you just wouldn't hear what I'm saying. It really is so windy. Well, the wind chill, it's pretty bad now. I've put my down jacket on because I've only got a t-shirt on underneath. But I'll be out nice and toasty now. Keep me nice and warm. I'm really enjoying using this setup. I just love it. I've got a couple of guy lines in on both sides because the wind is ferocious. First it's coming from one way, then it's coming from the other way. The wind just can't make its mind up. Worst case scenario, the tarp will collapse and then I'm in the bivvy anyway. So we've still got the red sky on that side. It's 10:15 now. If we turn it round, we've got the mist coming. So it might be a damp one. I don't think it's going to rain. But you never know up here in the Cheviots. I've just woke up at 5 o'clock. It's got a nice sunrise. I could have got it earlier obviously, but too busy enjoying my sleep. Good morning. It's just after 5 o'clock. I thought I'd woke up to look at the sun, so I might as well have a speak. There's all my stuff underneath. Nice little shelter this. You just turn round and look. early sunrise. If I'd have set my alarm, I could have caught that, but I'd rather have me sleep in the mornings, to be honest. I'm going to go back to sleep now. So I'll see you soon. What a difference the next day makes. It's absolutely glorious this morning. It's still. There's some mist up on the top of the tube, yet look up there. But down here it's absolutely cracking. There's where I was camped. Leave no trace, just a flat bit. Let's have a look at the weather and the views. Beautiful morning. What's the time now? It's 6:30. Fabulous. That's the valley I've got to go back up there. So I don't know whether to go down Bizzle Crag or whether to go back and pick the border ridge up and drop down to Mounthooly on the designated path. I come straight up from the Hen Hole yesterday, straight up the side. It was, my word, it was hard work getting up there. And if I go down the Bizzle Crag, I've got the same to go down. But at least I can say I've climbed the Bizzle Crag, because I've never done that one. I've done the Hen Hole a couple of times, but not Bizzle Crag. So I think I will go straight down. Right, we'll go up on the top of this crag and have a look at some views. Nice little spot in the rocks here on the way up. You could shelter there in a storm. You could almost, well, you couldn't really have the bivy, it's a bit rough. But look, middle of nowhere, look, and there's a wrapper. Look at that wrapper. Well, whoever you are, you swine, you break away. I'll take that back. So here we are, still on the top of Braydon Crag. The mist's clearing up there now. The sun's burning it off. What a fabulous morning. So I'm coming down from Braydon Craigs, and the peat mounds on this side are grassed over, so it's nice and bouncy. There's the crags up there, so it's not quite as harsh as between the crags and the chevies, because it's really boggy and peaty up there. This has obviously been cut many years ago, and it's just all overgrown and grassy, so it's a pleasant walk. So there's the start of Bizzle Crag. Do I go down there and see where it drops off, or should I stop on the top and go down a nice grassy slope? Not quite the waterfalls of the Hen Hole, but the water's nice and clear. I'm just on the way down, see if I can negotiate this. Bit of water there, but I'm on a bit of a ledge at the minute, so no way I'm going to get down this bit. I'll have to go over there and try and slide down on my backside. It's quite treacherous actually. Maybe not such a good idea. Maybe not such a good idea. Well, I've just come down that. I picked my way down this bit here, and I'll just come down slowly. So I think I've done the worst of it. Well, I'm down. It took an hour and a half to get down that. Obviously you can't see the top, it's up and over, but I've come down on the backside a lot of it, and where I've stood up I've used my 2 walking poles to really check the ground in front, because there was the odd channel where the water had been flowing. So hour and a half, but I've done it. Just put my down jacket on to chill, get myself warm, stop getting chilled while I have my drink. I'm just brewing up here. I'll sit on this, on the edge. Nice footrest. I've enjoyed it. Must be mad as a badger, man, to come down that. I mean, I actually come down that up there. Ridiculous. But I've done it. I'll never do it again. And I enjoyed it. Crazy as it seems. It's a good experience. It's quite a hard trip back to the bottom of the valley. This has no defined paths. I've been following the stream bed, but that's now flowing with water. So I'm just picking myself through this lot. But I'm using my walking poles to see what's safe. I've only got to get down to the bottom there. This is certainly one to remember, coming down off that lot up there and coming down through all this bloody chest high heather, some of it. I just managed to pick up this fence for the last bit, and I'll stop next to this fence, and there's a bridge down there next to the house so I can get onto the road. Absolutely fabulous place, it really is. Don't know where this road goes to, but I'm just looking at this hill. There's a fence going all the way up it. You can barely, well, you probably couldn't get up it, never mind put a fence in. It's amazing what they used to do in the old days. Beautiful valley. There's a view looking back towards Braydon Crag up there. I can't believe I went sheer down the side of that instead of picking the grassy slope. But it was just an experience. I just wanted to do it. Just coming back down to Southern No now. And if we look round, that was the road I followed to Mounthooly and the start of the Hen Hole. And up on the top there are some of the cairns and that. It's up there now. If we come round further, there's Braydon Crag up there. Beautiful, just beautiful rolling hills. It's just hard work though. Won't do much filming now. It's just a long slog back. I've passed the village hall back there, look. And I'm just on the road back. The hills look amazing today. Really do. Really enjoyed the camp. I used the small DD magic carpet just as a bit of protection from the damp in the night. But I don't think there was any. There was a bit of mist coming when darkness fell. But it was that windy. I had the little Vango F10 Helium 1 tent. I could have tried that, I suppose. But I've yet to pitch it in really strong wind. So I didn't want to chance it. That's me a couple of 100 yards from the car now. Really enjoyed it. It's midday now, so it's been a hard slog. And my knee's absolutely killing me. My right knee. So I couldn't have done that walk from Wooler, Cuthbert's Way. But what I have done is descended the Bizzle Crags. Which goes to show, if you're competent and careful, you can do this stuff. But to contradict myself, it's also stupid in many ways. Because if you fall, there's no reception. And you'd be there for, you'd be there for a long time till they found you. I mean, somebody knows where I was going, but they've still got to find you if you fall. So it's maybe not the best thing to descend the Bizzle Crags. I did it because I'm quite competent on mountains and that. But to be honest, I've done the Snowdon Horseshoe a few times, Crib Gock, and you go along there and you've got handholds and that. You don't have to teeter on the top. There's actually a little bit, a couple of foot below the top for your feet, and then you can hang onto the top. That's for people that's scared. That's the bit where they get stranded in the madness of summer because they're scared. But that's actually easier and descending Bizzle Crag, following the path of the waterfall. Because basically you're coming down through the heather and you can't see your footholds, you can't see anything. So just because I've done it don't mean you can do it. So I'm gonna log off now. I've had a cracking night, cracking couple of days walking, and I'm absolutely worn out. See you later.